Just another invisible cog in executive. I'd been dispatched to hand-deliver documents to the aloof CEO when I accidentally crashed into his chest. I suddenly heard him roaring.
Ah!
That shampoo smells
amazing!
I whipped my head up in terror, only to watch his thin lips part. You've got my attention, woman. Later, I brushed his fingers on purpose and caught the mental spam. Her lashes are
so
long. How many are there? 1, 2, 3. At the boardroom, he icily vetoed the proposal, so I faked a trip and tapped his Oxford, craving that street crepe with 10 eggs from downstairs. When the wolves cornered me, he flicked out his centurion. 10 million. Walk away. I rose on tiptoe and whispered against his ear, Adrian, remember to split the double hot sauce crepe? He went statue still and I heard the internal scream. How does she know? Riverdale's late autumn nights suck the last whisper of warmth from your bones. At 10 p.m. the penthouse floor of Caldwell is still blazing like twin searchlights that never sleep, branding 2 molten holes into the pricey skyline. Inside executive's cubicle farm, only one spare bolt keeps squeaking. Me, Maddie, generic name, generic job, executive gopher. Daily duties, photocopy, sprint, order pour over, plus catch every hand grenade everyone else has politely forgotten. Case in point, the urgent overseas secure PDF clutched in my paw, piping hot off the machine, requiring Adrian the Supreme's autograph before sunrise. The papers still steaming like a fresh iron, searing my fingertips. Maddie, trills Wendy at the next pod, swinging her Birkin. Smile syrupy enough to bottle, my kid's running a fever. Could you pop this up to the penthouse? Adrian's still in a meeting. Thanks. You're a doll. She's gone in a 10-centimeter heeled gust before I can squeak. Perfume comet trailing behind. I'm left staring at the radioactive PDF and the heartless clock, 22:03, while inner rage scrolls of all caps doom race across my skull. Penthouse. Adrian, the walking legend who can ice a Wall Street analyst with one glance and redirect billions between breaths. The man so allergic to fragrance that any scented life form must stay 10 meters clear. I sniff the bargain lemon mint shampoo I switched to this morning and feel my soul leave my body. This isn't document delivery, it's ritual sacrifice. Atmosphere on the penthouse level is 10 tours lower than street level. Black marble, so glossy I can watch myself tremble. The air smells expensively sterile, laced with a ghost of disinfectant. My heartbeat is a bass drum in my ears. My cheap flats, soles half unstuck. Go slick slick. Each peel of rubber a gunshot. The CEO's double mahogany doors stand shut like a silent monster's jaw. Chase the stone-faced aide is still at his desk. Backlight haloing his gelled hair. He glances at the document, then at my panic-contorted face. Adrian just finished his call. Private lounge. Robo level. No rise. No fall. I'll take those. CH Chase, I stammer. Handing over the file. Still warm. From Sydney. Ultra urgent. Needs a signature now. He accepts the pages. Aligning the corners with surgical fuss, walks to the doors, and taps 3 measured knocks you'd need bat ears to hear. Enter, slices a low, glacial voice, sharp enough to shave electrons off the air. Chase swings the door, angles a cool nod. My calves cramp. I inhale a gallon of courage and shuffle inside like a condemned quail. The private lounge lighting is kinder. Beyond the glass, Riverdale's neon sprawl glitters like shattered diamonds. Adrian stands with his back to me, ink-black bespoke suit cleaving the night. Even his silhouette radiates keep-out energy. The cityscape bows, reduced to a backdrop. I lock my gaze on my peeling toe cap, afraid breathing too loud will break corporate gravity. Chase glides over, deposits the PDF on a side table, murmurs a 2-sentence brief. Adrian lifts his chin a single millimeter, mission acknowledged. Chase evaporates, sealing the door with a soft click. Now it's just me and Mount Everest in human form. Oxygen thins, invisible weights settle on my shoulders. Seconds stretch into geologic eras while he contemplates the skyline as if pricing it by the square foot. Screw indefinite limbo. I channel a mosquito's bravery. Adrian, the documents, whisper swallowed by cashmere carpet. I bite my lip. Hug the file. Shuffle forward. 1 pace. 2, aiming for the glass tabletop. 1 step left. I stretch out my hand. Felt tip pen clipped inside for easy access. When my treacherous soul folds under me, squeak, gone, balance gone. My vision flips, body pitching like a punch-drunk bowling ball straight into the black ice CEO-shaped lane marker. A squeak tears loose, then dies. A steel grip clamps my arm, halting noseplant destiny. Momentum still whips me forward. My upper half slams into a rock wall of chest. Cold, alpine scent, snow-drenched pine, floods my lungs. The instant my nose meets hard muscle and that scent invades, a completely alien voice detonates inside my skull. Brassy and unhinged.
Ah!
Shampoo. Lemon. So good. Her hair looks silky. Want to touch it? No. Adrian. Composure. Ice King persona must hold.
Ah!
My brain blue screens, hallucination, work-induced psychosis, or, he's talking, no. His lips never moved. I tilt my head, slow, mechanical, and meet his face, close enough to spot the graphite flecks in his arctic eyes. Lips flattened, jaw clenched. He surveys me like unsightly lint. Disgust, dismissal. Either could freeze vodka, but inside his skull, a stadium of panic keeps screaming. Only I can hear the echo bouncing off my bones. Yet under the twin frostbite lasers he called eyes. The frantic screaming in my head kept spam loading. Volume cranked to max. I'm toast. She looked up. Panicked Bambi eyes.
Aww.
I'm slain. How are her lashes that long? 1, 2, 3, hold up. Adrian, why are you counting? You moron. Chill. You're the iceberg CEO. An icicle in a suit. Say your line, now. The next second, Adrian's flawlessly sculpted lips finally moved. He leaned in a fraction. His glacial breath grazed my bangs. And the low, magnetic baritone, deliberately laced with soul-shaking menace, dropped straight onto my eardrums. Woman, he engineered a lethal pause, letting suspense suffocate the air. You've caught my attention. Kaboom. The last fiber of my sanity snapped clean. The planet spun into kaleidoscope mode while stereo sound flooded my skull. Track 1, Adrian's iced-over CEO classic. Track 2, his inner goofball squealing loud enough to levitate.
And?
Delivered. Grade A tyrant opener, 10 out of 10. She's blushing. So cute. Peach emoji. Must poke. Nope. Face control. Adrian, delete that smirk. Freeze it. Freeze. I stood paralyzed. A battery-dead marionette gaping at his perfect yet multiple personality I face. Forgetting oxygen even exists. So the biggest Caldwell trade secret isn't some billion-dollar patent. It's that their walking glacier of a president is secretly a human pop-up comment section. While my soul hovered outside my body and my processor blue-screened, the large hand still clamped around my arm tightened. Adrian's flawless sword-straight brows pinched a millimeter. The marble lips parted again. Each syllable dipped in dry ice. Stand steady. File. Economy of words. Textbook bossman efficiency. Yet the moment his fingertips, hotter than expected, met my bare skin through the thin cotton.
Aww.
Baby soft. Peeled egg texture. Worth every hour of overtime. Wait, why is she frozen? Did my alpha aura KO her? Still adorable while comatose, the pep rally in his skull gate crashed my brain again. I twitched back as if zapped by lightning, wrenching my arm free so fast you'd think it was molten, heart jackhammering against my ribs. I squeaked, sorry, sir," flapping the creased report like a surrender flag. I bowed until my chin tattooed my sternum. F-file. Please sign. Adrian's gaze slid to the pitiful wad of paper, then to the crown of my head. He accepted the document with ceremonial slowness. Fingers aristocratically flared. Sign here. Right. Nice penmanship if I do say so, because I do. Huh. Ear tips ruby red. Look like garnets. Are garnets pricey? Focus. Why are you doodling your name in cursive? Hurry up and release her before you bust out laughing. Internal monologue howling. He actually sped up a notch, scratching a razor-sharp Adrian clean through the page. Out. He returned the file. Voice as calm as still water. I bolted, snatching the papers and half tumbling toward the door. Those twin ice picks in his eye sockets drilled holes between my shoulder blades. My fingertips brushed the door handle. Hey, not so fast. Hang around. Clue me in on that lemon mint shampoo brand. Sigh. Even her waddle is cute. Total penguin vibes. PFF. My foot folded under me. I swallowed the laugh like a firecracker, guts twisting into sailor knots. I spilled into the corridor, spine slamming the elevator wall, only then sucking down oxygen. Inside the descending car, mirror panels bounced back my slack-jawed zombie stare. I pinched my thigh, hard. Ow, definitely awake. So Riverdale's finance king, the iceberg himself, Adrian, houses a class clown commentary track in that platinum cranium. Terror had left the chat, replaced by a dangerous, fizzy, curiosity. Next morning, I clocked in sporting twin Pandoi suitcases. I'd spent the night flopping like a pancake while the Penthouse horror movie replayed on loop. Morning, Maddie, rough night. Wendy floated over with steaming coffee, scanning my corpse-level complexion. Did the boss spook you? Don't sweat it. He's just built like that. She dropped to a whisper. You'll rarely see him anyway. We cubicle plankton are invisible. I produced a grin that felt like rigor mortis. Why?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Asterisk fine. Try getting used to a walking, talking split-screen iceberg meme generator. Degree of difficulty. Infinity. Asterisk all morning I haunted the Xerox nook like a ghost until Chase's robotic baritone crackled through the phone. Maddie. The boss's brewer died. 2 pour-overs. Stat. Me. I almost backflipped out of my swivel. You. Now. Click. Wendy mouthed. Asterisk Godspeed. Warrior. Asterisk balancing 2 scalding pour-overs outside the presidential gates. I perspired like a sprinkler. After 3 3 mental, I'm invisible, mantras. I tapped. Enter. Classic Adrian monosyllable. Inside, he wore gunmetal gray, collar buttoned to the throat, reviewing contracts in a sunbeam worthy of a fashion spread. Without looking, he flicked 2 fingers on the leather mat. Coffee time. Hope it's not tar. Needs milk. For sugars? Pfft, no. Real CEOs drink crude oil, no additives. Remember the brand. The internal broadcast diffused my nerves faster than smelling salts. I tiptoed over, setting cup 1 at the designated GPS. Aroma bloomed. As my hand retreated, a reckless guinea pig urge detonated. Asterisk 1 more skin-on-skin experiment. Asterisk pulse roaring. I faked a last-second cup 2 adjustment. My pinky accidentally dusted the back of his pen-holding hand. Cool. Dry marble. Contact 0.2 seconds. Boing. Contact. She's a pocket hand warmer. Wait. Why cop a feel? Definitely premeditated. Game on, sweetheart. She wants the boss. Eye contact, lashes. Boom, boom, boom. Are those real? How many per lid? Gotta sample one under a microscope. Internal fireworks again. Bright enough to light the skyline. I yanked back. Spine spring-loaded. Cheeks volcano hot. The secret was real all right. And now I knew exactly how to tune the Adrian channel. My brain exploded into a private fireworks show. The volume was deafening. The content so ridiculous that my coffee cup rattled in my hand and nearly baptized the priceless documents beneath it. Adrian sensed the wobble and finally lifted those glacial, abyss-deep eyes from the page, flicking one cool glance at me, not a ripple in them, like the lunatic who just counted every lash in his head and considered plucking one wasn't him. Something else? His thin lips parted just enough to leak a voice that could freeze the air solid. Say no. Say nothing. Get out. If she stays, I'll lose my poker face. Why is her face red again? Did brushing my hand embarrass her? Shy looks so cute, like a little tomato. I jerked my chin down, hiding the twitching corner of my mouth. And no, nothing, sir. Enjoy your coffee. I scuttled out, arms and legs syncopated, and only when my spine was welded to the cold wood of the door did I dare to breathe. Oh my god. Confirmed. Signed. Sealed. Adrian, the iceberg president of Caldwell, is a walking group chat spam factory inside. The next weeks felt like I'd hacked Netflix and been given a private season of Adrian's internal sitcom. Every summons, drop off files, deliver a pour over, tidy some portfolio, was a front row seat to a live improv show no one else could hear. Take the quarterly loss meeting. The department heads stammered through crimson slides, while Adrian sat king-like in his leather throne. Knuckles drumming mahogany, thud thud, thud thud. The air was so thick you could wring it. Sweat dripped off the manager's chin like a leaky faucet. I drafted as note-taker, shrank in my corner, just as Adrian's ice-pick gaze zeroed in on the man's chalk-white face, and those killer lips parted to pronounce doom. This color scheme, red on green. Total eyesore. Did finance hire a colorblind toddler? And that tie looks like a noose. Hold up. Is the old Wong cart downstairs open yet? I could demolish a street crepe with 10 eggs. Double hot sauce. Extra crispy dough. No. Focus. You're working. I bit my lips so hard I tasted copper. Shoulders jerking like faulty wiring in the tomb quiet room. Adrian's Arctic spotlight snapped to me. I froze solid. Why is Minnie staff shaking? Did I scare her? Am I that terrifying? Excuse you. I'm gorgeous. Wait. She's fighting laughter, face purple, like constipation. God. Adrian. Class it up. Like a ripe apple. Yes, apple. I scrawled nonsense glyphs across my pad, praying for invisibility. The pinnacle of absurdity came at a gala so exclusive even the ice sculptures wore tuxedos. Crystal chandeliers. Champagne waterfalls. Oligarchs bowing like medieval vassals. Adrian glided through in jet black couture, shoulders wide enough to land a chopper, nodding once for every bow like protocol demanded. I ghosted 2 steps behind. Backup phone in one pocket. Emergency tissues in the other. Basking in borrowed frost. I shifted to dodge an overzealous cigar and accidentally brushed his coattail. Boom, his internal loudspeaker fired up. So bored. Their smiles could crack glass. These bubbles feel like coke. Wait, who's humming? That tune. Chicken. You so fine baby. Stop. Mental malware. Who planted this virus? Shut it down. Baby baby baby. Make it stop. The brain loop auto-played at full volume while his marble profile stayed regal. I gouged half-moons into my palm to keep the rictus smile stapled on. Standing beside this flawless statue while his skull blared, "Chicken you so fine," gave me vertigo worthy of a psychiatric ward. Cute superpower at first. Delicious secret. Daily dopamine. But inside the executive pressure cooker the risk of laughing myself into unemployment turned every corridor into a tightrope. Worse. Adrian's gaze had shifted. Formerly, pure vacuum. Like I was furniture. Now, passing in hallways or during file drops. His eyes flashed something layered, curiosity, suspicion, maybe the faintest sting of being mocked. Why the permanent bow? Am I a gargoyle? Yet in the elevator she flicked a glance. Was that amusement? She dares laugh at me. Cheeky. Maddie. Wait. Ponytail today. Neck curves elegant, swan-like. Adrian. Get parish church pure. Each prickly broadcast froze my heart. I ducked lower, wishing for a cloaking device. The wobble became a nosedive one thundercloud afternoon. A budget report I'd shepherded reached Adrian with a 6-0 typo. The project launched. Hemorrhaged cash. And heads rolled. Mine first. Chase waited, stone-faced, duplicate in hand. Adrian sat haloed by stormlight at his monolith desk, pages crackling like rifle shots in the hush. Maddie. His syllables were ice shrapnel. Explain. My shirt clung. Soaked. Sir. I cross-checked the raw figures. Gave the clean version to Chase. Cross-checked? His scantron stare bored through me. So a 7-digit hole just materialized? He slapped the report down, crack, like a judge's gavel. Moron. Kindergarten mistake. We pay salaries for this. 7 digits. How many 10-egg double hot sauce crepes is that? My blood pressure. Look at her. Deer in headlights. Pathetic. A savage roar, and the surreal image of a street crepe with 10 eggs collided inside my skull. I bit down on my lip until copper bloomed across my tongue. Humiliation and panic flooded me like ice water. Maybe the screw-up really was mine, but getting shredded in front of an audience, while his brain screamed asterisk idiot. Useless asterisk, sent hot tears swimming to the edge of my lashes. A knock sliced through the tirade. The door swung open and in swaggered a man in a Pepto-pink suit, hair lacquered until it caught the halogen glare. Derek, Adrian's half-brother and Caldwell's resident crowned clown, a trust fund barnacle who'd glued himself to a no-show title and lived to make his brother's life louder. Whoa, big bro, chewing somebody out. That asterisk thing will kill ya. He slithered closer, gaze sliding over my bleached-out face like oil. Such a pretty assistant. What did she do? Forget your pour-over roast. Look at her. Sheet white. He reached to pat my shoulder. I stepped back. Contact avoided. Adrian's aura dropped 8 more degrees. You could almost hear the thermometer crack. His eyes, actual blades, sliced Derek open in midair. Derek. This clown again. Get lost. Where's that hand going? Want to lose it. That was the internal earthquake. Externally, Adrian only flicked a glance cold enough to leave frost out. This doesn't concern you. Derek. Immune after years of practice. Only grinned wider and snatched the damned budget report from the desk. Oops. Key numbers off. Serious stuff, bro. He drawled it. Eyes flicking to me. Malice sparkling. Little assistant. That's quite a hole you dug. Thought soft to hear wouldn't notice? Gasoline on coals. Adrian's jaw locked. You could have played cello on the tendon. Ignoring Derek. He refocused on me, absolute zero stare drilling straight through bone. He yanked open a drawer. Smack, a sliver of black titanium, kissed by gold lettering, spun across the rosewood and settled under the chandelier glare. One word glinted back at me. Centurion. The oxygen solidified. Chase stood statue still. Derek propped an elbow. Popcorn ready. Adrian leaned into his throne of leather and stainless steel. Ruler surveying a bug. No warmth. Just black ice depths mirroring my trembling, cornered rabbit face. 10 million, he pronounced. He let the digits hang, carving away the last of my hope. Take it. Leave the building. Now. Just go. Tired of looking at you. 10 million is plenty. Stretch it. Stop botching spreadsheets and infecting the rest of the world. Wait. Her eyes are red. Crying. Great. Women. Cry it out. Then vanish. An Arctic order versus a flustered voiceover. Cruel stereo. Shame. Fury. Desperation. All of it churned volcanic behind my sternum. My nails carved crescents into my palms. Only pain kept me vertical. I stared at the Amex-shaped exile ticket, at Adrian's marble-carved face, at the way his brain begged me to ball and bolt, and something inside me snapped like cheap elastic. Screw the iceberg CEO. Screw the mental sitcom. Screw the hush fortune. I'm done. While Chase gawked and Derek licked his chops, I stepped forward, asterisk click asterisk, one sharp heel strike on obsidian glass, rising on my toes. I ignored the nuclear frost radiating from Adrian, ignored the glacial warning flash in his eyes, and parked my face inches from his, close enough to count every ink black lash, to taste lemon mint shampoo riding his breath, voice pitched for his ears alone. Calm, deliberately borrowed ice, I delivered the fatal sentence. Caldwell, I paused, savoring the microscopic twitch that fractured his pupil. Double hot sauce street crepe. Remember to split it with me? The instant the words landed, the universe hit pause. Adrian's trademark permafrost shattered. Not hairline. Total demolition. His irises contracted to pinpricks. Raw shock surged through the fault lines of his face. Lips parted, speechless. He froze. A gorgeous, but soul-empty statue. The air around him spasming like a dying aurora. And right before his cerebral circuits melted, I caught the final mushroom cloud inside his head. How the hell does she know? The crepe. Double hot sauce. Share. How does she know?